This episode of Moms in Real Estate is sponsored by Tomau and Marangas, who have been representing buyers and sellers in residential real estate on Long Island and the East End since 1986. Thank you, Tomau and Maran.
All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out our 5th podcast here. I have on today my wonderful friend here and colleague in the business, Angelica. Welcome so much. I appreciate you coming out here and coming on down.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Jessica, for having me here. And yes, I'm Angelica. I work in the area in the Hamptons, so we're gonna chat a little bit about our lives as a mom and real estate agents and all the what is involved here. So I work in Hampton Bays. I have 2 kids, one 14-year-old girl and a 3-year-old boy.
Oh, wow.
So it's a big gap. It's 10 years.
Yeah.
So I started the business like 6 years ago. But the first 2 years, maybe the first 4 years, I had my, how is it, I don't have a family around. So, it's a little hard with the one kid. I had just the little kid by then. Mm-hmm. And I was, after the school, picking her up and showing homes and taking with me everywhere. So she was doing basically her homework on the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 3 years she was doing. So she said, and I don't know if that was, and she was just like a, mid, in the 80s and the, score. But I don't know if that was that bad. But she was trying to do easy, faster, and everything ready. So, the first years are a little tough in this business. So, yeah, and the glad I just had her because it was just one is probably easier than having more kids. But 3 years ago, I had the second one. So things changed a little bit because I need some more help with the kids. So I have somebody at home who helps me, and I don't have to bring her more on the car with me. So, but yeah, she did great those years. On the 17th, but since the 17th, I was a top agent on the Hamptons. So the last 4 years was the top agent. So I think for everybody is doable. We have to manage a lot of things like house, the family, husband, clients, seller, buyer, bankers, mortgages, attorneys. But we always can do that. So I think that, part of the everyday of our business. So that's for my side right now.
Oh, wow. So that keeps you busy 100%. So how are you handling now? Are you taking her with you on not like appointments or anything like that, or she's?
No, right now no, because when I had the little kid, the little boy, so I hired somebody like a full time at home. So I really have some help because I don't have a family. My parents don't live here. I don't have brothers, sisters around. So I needed really some help in that because otherwise the business is going to be also compromised. The family is going to be compromised. So I really have somebody who helps me at home. So with the little one, and so not right now she comes from the school. She stay home and do everything there. And I think what I have seen is her improving in the grades was big difference. Because I think she had more stability. So she's just come from from the school, do the homework, eat something, and the little kid is he's 3, but I just have some help since he was born almost. But I know we try to do everything. We try to do super moms, but at one point we can't do that all the time. That's really tough for everybody, but we need some help. That's the truth for help for. We need some help with the kids all the time. And also my husband helps because he cannot take also a little bit more off from work. So he has his own business, so he's more flexible with his time also. So when I have to do something and we don't have help at home, or the lady, maybe the babysitter can come, so I have the help when my husband is around. So that helps a lot with the stability of the family and the business also. So that will help me a lot to grow up the business a lot.
Oh wow! So that would be one of your secret sauces.
I think that's the best, the more secret sauce, because you need help as a mom, so you don't have to kind of be everywhere. Doctor's appointment, school, like homework, sports, pick up from the school. So after it's 4 p.m., 4:30, I also have the same time appointment. So I have to be in 3 places at the same time. So I can't do that, So even though I have a gray hair for that, but I try not. I think in all the places they have to be, but we cannot do that. So yeah, I have my husband and the person who helps me at home, the babysitter. So that's I think, secret sauce, like you say, to still be on the top agents and production. Yeah, in those last 4 years.
Wow. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
So let's talk about like when you wake up. So do you like time block? Like do you set your appointments like the day before? Like how
do my schedule?
Your schedule.
I have to be honest, I'm not kind of so much like organized, but yes, I sure try to plan ahead. Like when my clients say like 2 days in advance, 3 days in advance, I kind of set up the appointments, or 1 day in advance. I wake up in the morning, like I'm no early person.
On that.
So I'm not early person, so I wake up like around 8:30, something like that. My son is also, at that time also. So also one other, probably before going through the day, I will say my daughter, I teach her to be really independent. So she's 14 years old right now, but she is independent since probably is like 8. She wakes up by herself. Wow. She has to do her breakfast. She, takes care of herself and goes to the school. The bus is just, in the corner. So she goes to the school by her, and then comes back from school, do her homework. She knows what she has to do, schedule homework. I'm not on top of her like, okay, where's your homework and where is this and that? Because I grew up that way. So nobody was on top of me checking my homework and everything. So that empowers the kids, I think. They have to do their own stuff, their own homework, so you don't. Because if they are relying on that you are gonna remember, we have too many things to remember. so more work for us. I don't think that helps. So that one day I told her, okay, my job is to work and do these things, take care of you guys and everything. But your only job is to do this: go to school and do your homework and stay on top of your things. So that's what she has been doing this since I think she's 8 years, something like that, because she does by herself everything.
Wow.
So I'm not kind of worried. I check and everything, the grades and all that. If she needs some help, she say, oh, mommy, I need some help with this. But if she really needs help with homework, like math, and then she say, okay, help me with this. But I remember maybe 3 times I have done that. Other than that, I'm not kind of pushing her, because I think she needs to know what, to be independent and responsible, since they are little ones. So we don't have to kind of babysit them too much. That's what I think. One is kind of one thing that she's still going great, and she's one of the on the top students of the class. And so that's one thing. So she goes to school. So she's when I wake up, she already went, so it's good. And I take care of the baby until the babysitter comes around like 10 a.m. or something like that. So after that, I take time for myself, like maybe I would say maybe 1 hour or something. I take time for myself. I can go. I really listen a lot of like motivational stuff in the morning, like audiobooks or some videos. So I really listen to that, maybe 20-30 minutes, and then I get ready for the day. So that's how mostly I do. But every day, most likely, I have to listen something motivational for me. I need to learn something new every day. Even I re-listen sometimes because I need to kind of go into the deep on that, and I need to kind of put that into myself. I do that every day. So, and then after that, and then I start my day calling people and attorneys, updating, so calling clients. So maybe until like 3 p.m. or something like that. But I just work a lot from home, so 3 p.m. and then I go to the appointment showing houses like 3, 4, or after until how it is 7, 8 p.m. when it's summer.
Exactly.
But right now it's too dark, so. But that's mostly how do I work. But I do take time for myself because I think that's really important to keep you sanity in place.
Yes.
To manage everything else.
100%. So, what did you get in real estate? Because
why?
Yeah, because I'm just dying to know. Like, what did you get into real estate?
Okay, I started as an investor first. 1 year. Okay. I started like before to get the license, so that's why I kind of I was taking care of my daughter and all, and then she had to go to the school. She's 5 years old. So okay, what I'm gonna do now? So I wanna kind of start reading and thinking what I really want to do, and I decided I want to invest in real estate. So I partnered with some with other people. So we did we formed an LLC. So we start buying some houses in Shirley, Pacho. We start fixing those properties. Partners a little tricky because I didn't know them. So, but we still kind of got along together. But as a partnership is a little kind of complex. So I'm not working on the partnerships anymore. But we did few houses by then, and the last 2014, 2015, and since I realized when I was calling many agents, and maybe that's the case with me right now, I was calling and they don't respond, right? So and then I say, okay, maybe I need to put my offer myself. So that's how I started. I say, okay. But that's the way I start, like as investors, and we got a couple lands we're gonna start building right now.
Oh wow! So
and I got the license, and I start putting offers for ourselves, and then we want to buy this property, and so that's. And then one of my partners, he knew a lot of people in the Latino community. He told me, okay, I have so many friends. They are looking to buy. They don't know where to go. Then I say, okay, I think I can help them. So that's how I started.
Wow.
So I started the other way, not trying to sell, but trying to buy myself and trying to invest and grow a portfolio for me and for my family, and growing with the partners. And that's how kind of went the other way. Now I work with a lot of clients, but it's still trying to focus on we have a few we develop like a portfolio rental properties, and also we're doing like a building from the ground right now. So that's how kind of we started that way. But I was able to help a lot of families, like around like maybe 200 something families in the last 5-6 years.
Wow.
So I think even without knowing that was kind of, I was doing like a lot for the community and trying to help them in a good, professional, ethical way to everybody that I have met.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Like, did you ever think that would ever happen? Like, I mean, obviously you just kind of worked that way into it.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
I never thought that was going to be the path. But sometimes one thing brings to the other one, and you kind of keep going, and people really need it at that time. Now it's really hard with this sellers market, but by then it was we were, I think, in the deep recession after 2008. So still properties were really kind of low prices. The people were trying to buy, and they didn't have much, many help at that time. So that's why, I still get in contact with my clients, and they refer me a lot of people. So that's how the business have grown. And one other also right now that comes to my mind, one other secret sauce is like, instead of having, sometimes I partner with the mortgage lenders and all that, but I have different mortgage lenders. So let's see, I know, like, for example, one bank is going to give them really low interest rate because they have more benefits for them, and the other ones, they give them credits for the first time home buyer, and the other one make a little bit more complex. So I kind of know a little bit more what the banks are looking. So I kind of direct my clients to different ones, and we make the deals happen. So, and I work for my clients. I don't let the deals die. If one bank, or if they come with the bank and we're good, and they say, oh, something's happening with the loan, I cannot search other lenders and check and ask questions, and they say, okay, we can do it. And I have been able to save many deals in that way. So I don't let it, okay, it's not going to happen because one bank say no. I find other ways, or other banks are able to do it. So that's what I help my clients. So they know most likely if there's no one bank, they will close with somebody else, most likely. If it's doable, if we will make it happen. So it's like a networking, connecting with the right people will serve to the clients, to the purposes.
100%. And it really does make a difference when you know someone that can get the job done. It makes our job so much easier because we know, okay, we like this person, we trust them, and they can help our clients out, and that's great that you know how to direct them and stuff like that.
Yes, yeah. So the banks have different programs, different options, different requirements. So I say, okay, you are, as like I direct with this. It's like I'm matching the people. So
exactly.
Okay, you are this. Okay, we'll go this way. So that's, I think, helped me a lot to grow in the business because we close. I mean, I don't close, but it's like connecting to the right people make the transaction goes smoothly and close.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's what I think is the best thing we can do for the clients too, And
yeah. How have your buyers been dealing with this market? I know, tough question.
That's a tough question. That's a question of the year, I think, because everybody it's really tough, but like mostly people say, we have to be kind of more like a psychologists explaining why these motivational people telling some people, I tell them, some investors, I tell them, maybe you wait a little bit and maybe foreclosures are coming on the way, so you are not in a hurry. First time home buyers, I tell them, you buy what is available because rates are really low and are really good. So it was really tough market. After, let's see an example, in East Hampton, we sent an offer 150,000 more of the asking price. So
wow.
we were thinking maybe we'll get it, but it was finance. So the agent sent an email. I think it was really nice, organized. He sent everybody, I think, to everybody a response. He said, thank you, we have 45 offers and 7 cash. So
wow.
we didn't have a chance. So, but I told the person we have to change our approach. My client, I told her, maybe switch zip codes, maybe no looking in East Hampton. Let's look in Southampton. You still want that area because he say I can be in that area too. And then we were able in the next 2 weeks to find a house in Southampton.
Wow.
But we lost maybe like with this client like maybe 5-6 houses we were outbid all the time. And we were buying, he was buying in the 900 purchase price, even though it's really tough. All the markets right now is really tough. With the cash buyers and the first time home buyers, we have to kind of fight against the cash buyer is really tough. So we have to offer more than over asking price, but it works for mostly all the clients. We still were able to close a lot of deals this year, probably close to 50 also, but still it was seller's market. So, but we did the best that we could for our clients. Yeah.
What do you think the market's going to change to? Because you work a lot in the Hamptons. So what do you predict with the REO properties, which are bank owned? What are you forecasting in the next year, 2 years with that market out there?
I would say for next year, probably it's going to be a little, if the foreclose comes to the market, it probably will be a little adjustment in the price. I hope, because it's probably too high right now. But I don't think it's going to be a much, like people are thinking, oh, the properties are going to come down the next year. I don't think that's going to happen, because I still have like maybe 10, 15 clients online in looking houses. So if maybe 5 houses come to the market, they are REO properties, so it's going to help, but it still are people looking, first time home buyers. So I think it's still going to be a strong market. I don't know, maybe if the government does something different, but regarding like just if we take into consideration just like a foreclose with the regular homes and with the amount of buyers there are in the market, I think it will be maybe a little bit like arrange a little bit the price, but no, I don't think it's gonna drop dramatically the price. I don't know the interest. I hope it's still low, but
Yeah.
but I don't think it's gonna be dropping really for the next year. And the following year, I don't know. I know depending a lot of the the government politics and what they are doing, but I think it is still a strong market for the sellers. And we met a lot of buyers in the area. Millennials are buying a lot too. I know they say some people, millennials don't want to buy, but I have few clients that are millennials. I was actually signing one today. They are really young people and they need to find, a home. The other problem in the Hamptons is maybe not many people, everybody knows, but not many people talk about that, is the rental. I know it's everywhere, but I think there is more. You can see it's a big problem because a lot of the houses are like summer rentals.
Okay.
And then last year it was so many properties on the market. It was a big inventory for summer rentals and nothing available for year-round rentals. And the prices are really high. So it's like a small 3-bedroom ranch is $4,000. So what the people have to do is start buying, because they are being kicked out of the houses, because they still can get a good price, and or the houses are vacant just for a summer rental sometimes, because they get more income just in the 3 months they will be rented. So those houses were now offered as a year-round rental. So the people need to find places, and they are trying to buy right now. Because that happens. So many people say, oh, Angelica, I need just yesterday, I need to find a rental for February, because I think he got just the kind of the winter time.
Okay. I
need to have a rental for starting February for a year around. So it's not much available. So what happened is that problem is pushing the people to buy, even they weren't thinking to buy. Because of the no rentals, they were saying, okay, I need to buy. When they call me, do you have something for rent? I say, I don't do mostly rentals. I don't do it. So, and then next week they call me, okay, what do I need to buy? So that's the thing, because it's the market itself is pushing the people to buy, because there is no many rentals.
Oh, wow.
That's what is happening. And I just saw last week one. They were being kicked out since I think July. They say we need the home, and they were paying there. They were living like 10 years in the same house.
Oh, wow.
And they say we need the home. Even they took to the court, but I think they were making an agreement, so they couldn't. But they just because they wanted the house to put on the market. So, and what they have to do, they say, okay, we never think in kind of buying because we were good there. The rent was not that high, was good location, and now we were being forced to buy because that was the best option instead of just renting. So that's what people are doing. And, they were not having a problem changing zip codes. They went a little bit, maybe 30, 40 minutes driving because Hamptons is a little, the price is a little too high for some families, so it's not affordable for everybody. So, but I think it's happening. So there is more buyers because it's no rentals.
And is that going to get worse?
It's
like,
still, yeah.
It's still pretty bad?
It's still pretty bad. Unless in that area, it's still pretty bad. Yeah, I know some people, like, say they were living in, like, the Riverhead area or something, and they were kind of, because they were not finding something, they were to Babylon to rent.
Babylon?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's like, yeah, because there is nothing available around.
Yeah, rentals seem to be very hard. Very hard, unfortunately.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a problem we're facing. So I think it will be, we still have a strong market for the next year or so because of that situation. Okay. So it's kind of, it's not that they want to buy, it's like they are kind of, a group of people is being forced to buy. Wow. So that's the thing I have seen every day.
Now, are you seeing more like vacation homes, like people purchasing as a secondary home out there?
Yes, they do too. They do vacation home too. But a lot of people came from the city and they decide to stay there. So it's like more, a lot of second homes, they were converted into the primary homes. So many people decide to already stay the whole year around in the area.
Oh, wow.
So, but a lot of investors too. I have my clients, once they were first time home buyer, now they are buying for investment for a rental. So it's a lot of moving there, they selling a lot, and I think because everybody have that area has a lot of kind of jobs, everything working, everything is still strong, so they have the money to purchase a second home as an investment. So it's working for a lot of people there. There's I have a lot of investors looking in their area too.
Oh, wow.
So it's really, so it's just one house and like 5 people looking for the same house or 10 people for the same house. But it is what it is. We have to kind of maybe bring more inventory to the market. Or I hope, with the foreclosures, unless the banks start bringing something to the market, I hope that helps a little bit. It's not gonna solve the problem, but it's gonna help a lot.
Are a lot of sellers saying that they're holding off until the springtime? Are they waiting until the summer to sell? Because I know inventory is low as it is, but is that what your potential clients are saying to you? Like they would rather wait another year or wait until the spring?
Yeah, mostly they say wait into the springtime too, when it's nice weather and there's more buyers also, looking. So yeah, they wait right now until the springtime because that right now they don't want to do many movements around in the winter time, but it's still, I never was kind of slow. Always is moving winter, summer, spring, but obviously spring is more time when the sellers are telling me, okay, well, let's wait to the springtime, and also they're waiting to see maybe prices a little bit more up. So that's what they, every summer is a little bit more. So I think maybe that will come a little bit, not as high as last year probably, but it's still strong. Okay. The market will be
very strong on that.
Yeah.
So at this point, let's just take a quick commercial break, and we'll come right back to some more questions.
All right.
This episode of Moms in Real Estate is sponsored by Tomau and Morangas, who have been representing buyers and sellers in residential real estate on Long Island and the East End since 1986. Thank you, Tomau and Moran.
So I'll say, any advice that you would want to give to a mother or a potential agent that's looking to get in the business, or an agent now that's in the business but doesn't know what to do? Like, what advice would you give them? And you kind of did already, in a sense. Like, I know a lot of answers are just going in full time, getting a mentor. So that's been a lot of the feedback. So I think that's usually what I like to talk upon. And then really that's,
This week, okay. Let me see what advice. I think a good thing is the mentor, but I haven't found a good one. I tried with this. What is Tommy? What is?
Oh, Tommy Ferris or whatever.
It didn't work for me.
Really? Tom Ferris? No.
No. I know what I wanted, and they didn't deliver what I wanted. It was, I think, 2 months and that, and they just want me to kind of keep updating my systems and what is sold. I said, I have that already. I have my numbers. Like, I need this, and then that's, I don't know. I maybe have to try somebody else, but I didn't. Maybe somebody on. I can say I'm my kind of self thought, because I never had a mentor. I started in a small brokerage, and
so how did you go? So then, how did you go from, being a new agent to being a top producer? Like, how did that just all come about? Because you just kind of mentioned that you taught yourself, but what resources?
I previously to get the license, I was kind of reading a lot about real estate. Like, maybe I got 10 books all before I got before I took the class. So when I went to the class, I was okay. That's mostly covered, and more. And after that, just I was working with a lender at that time. The lender explained me how to write the offer, not my broker.
Wow.
So he told me, okay, you put this, you put the concession, and you do this. And that's the one kind of plus thing. I don't work with him anymore because he was not closing on time, like offer. But that's what the lender explained me, how to write the offer. And basically that's because I don't call my broker. I call maybe every 3 months or when somebody's complaining. But it's just, I don't call him much often. So I'm not asking for questions. And the problems that comes along, probably that's, I have always on my side the attorney. So instead of calling the broker, I call the attorney sometimes, because mostly it's kind of related. Probably that's a good tip I can give.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe brokers are good with the response, but my broker is I think he should be good. When I call, he explained, I didn't know how to do the summer rentals, because I don't do much rentals. He explained me how much, who pays this and that. But that was last year.
Okay.
But I probably having the attorney on your side that you can call and to ask few questions. I think that's because it's the attorney kind of, they know probably more the law about this kind of real estate, and we have problems with the contracts and all that. So I think that helped me a lot. So I kind of, most than the broker, I call the attorney.
Oh, okay.
So I think I think it's a tip that I could advise to. But for starting, they have to start reading a lot, because there's not much in the class.
For sure.
Yeah, right?
For sure.
Yeah, and probably find a mentor who is able to, I don't know, I don't know what, maybe this the top mentors, but like I said, I tried, didn't work. Maybe I have to try somebody else. But what I have seen is even brokers with the many years on the market, they don't know their response. They are set on the old ways, so they want me to bring in there. And once I have to send the picture from the class that I took on the MLS and tell her, I don't need to send you the buyer, the agency, my agency disclosure. And they want it. I told my broker, but they is not required. Okay, he said, send it him anyway. But they were in the old ways. So that's why sometimes if you learn the old ways, maybe you're learning not too good.
Yeah.
So it's maybe to keep updating. I take classes, I keep learning every like 3 months. Not just the classes that we need to update with the license, but more classes. So I think I learned that way. Ask questions and keep reading.
You're going to laugh, but you know where I actually started learning more, especially within the last 2 years? Pinterest.
Yeah.
Pinterest, yeah. Believe it or not, I would type in, like how to grow and my business and everything like that. And believe it or not, Pinterest had some wonderful articles.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Believe it or not, I know. That was one of the things I was like, I'm like, you know what? I'm just on it all the time for everything else on, best hair. Speaking of which, your hair is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm a little jealous. So, but, it was just like their hair, makeup,
Really?
Wedding things to do for your wedding. And I'm like, one day it just hit me and I had that aha moment of like, oh, well, I mean, there's got to be real estate articles on here. And there it was. It was just tons of articles. Yeah. So that would be probably one of my secret sauces, I would say, is check out Pinterest because wonderful ideas and blogs of stuff,
Wow, I didn't know that. I thought it was mostly, I used to use Pinterest.
But that was the thing, though, because that's what I used it for. Because, I was in so many weddings. I'm like, oh, hair designs and ideas for this and, baby, gender reveal parties and this. And one day I'm going, you know what, let me give that a shot. And that was probably one of the things where that really helped me, especially within my last 2 years. I was just like, so now I'm not on it all the time, but it's just good to like read. I found some really good articles on it. So that would be probably one of the things I would say is check that out. Check out Pinterest, because that's something I think is phenomenal.
Yeah, I check. I haven't checked for a while.
So there you go.
Yes, I need to do that. Yes, and I can, like I say, keep getting more education.
That's the key.
Different classes, different courses, and different books. I have a lot of books on real estate, even for investment or the home buyer process. And I keep reading, and we have to keep learning every day because it's 100%. Changing. Every day is changing with the technology and the market and all that
100%.
situation.
100%. So. I guess my final question is any advice to a young mother thinking about getting into real estate that is already in real estate, or someone that's thinking about getting their license? Like, what advice from a top agent that you are, would you advise them?
I will say at the beginning you have to kind of try to brand yourself because that's what is this all about, and pay some advertising because then nothing is gonna come for free. At the beginning I was paying to Zillow. I stopped last year or this year. They changed so many rules and get converted to brokers, so that didn't work for me because I called them and say, explain me how is this process, and it was not converting for me as an agent, for maybe somebody else. But at the beginning, I did pay at the first 2 years, first years, and it was good for me. So from those clients, I keep working with those clients and spread to more clients. So I think they have to pay different. Right now, it's different kind of ways to. I won't recommend pay to Zillow because I don't think it's working right now especially for new agents or something. But if they can pay some different areas or do flyers too, so the market around your neighbors are gonna know that you are on the real estate business. So because I have done sometimes the flyers and I got 1-2 listings. Wow. So it pays by itself. Wow. So I think it is you have to pay advertising. So it's also networking, but paid advertising in different ways. You can do your social media, paid advertising. You can do flyers too. So, and then you will find that, not just relying on your friends and family, but obviously if they can help you out, that will be great. But paid advertising, if you are a new agent, that worked for me. So buying some leads and all that, so that will work, and you kind of keep working on the leads. I will say that because we have to find the clients somehow. So, and they are out there clients that need your help, or maybe they don't get their phone, they don't, other agents are too busy to help them, then you will be able to help them. So, but you put your, yourself out there with paid advertising. And I will say that was one thing for even if you do once a year flyers. I think maybe you'll get somebody. From that is I think is maybe it's 0.5% they get, but from that you'll get something and you'll get your money back for that.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely incredible advice. Thank you so much for your time coming here. You've been absolutely amazing.
Thank you, Jessica.
And thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. So if you guys really enjoyed the episode today, I really appreciate you turning in. Please like, subscribe, share, post on social media. I really appreciate that. Thumbs up. Thanks again so much for tuning in. I'll see you soon.